It's finally happening. No. You can never have too many dragon scenes in a book. I want book 2 now. I'm tired. Guys, I'm having so much fun. Hello everyone, before we jump straight into today's reading vlog, I just wanted to take a little quick minute to say that I have been nominated for Be Creator's Book Influencer of the Year. This is kind of like a huge, a really big thing, and I am so grateful to have been nominated. I think this is the first time I'm actually saying it out loud, like in a video or anything. I've posted about it on stories, but I've not spoken about it out loud. So I'm very, very excited. I know so many of you have already voted for me, and I just wanted to say a massive thank you to everyone who has. Very, very honored to have been shortlisted for the book category this year. Anytime between now and August 31st, if you want, you can go and vote for me in the book category. It's very easy to do. I'll leave a link to it down below in the description, but you just click to vote in the Creator Awards, and then you scroll down to books, and then you press my name, and that will count. Anyone can go and vote for me, and if you do end up taking a minute out of your day to do that, thank you so much. Like, it means so much to me from the bottom of my heart. I believe the awards will be later on this year at the end of the year, so we'll find out in a few months. I simply cannot believe it, but very grateful. Also, you should check out the amazing other creators who are also nominated in the book category if you're looking for a new comfort creator or a new page to follow. Okay, that's enough yapping. I'm going to start the video now. We're gonna do some reading today. It's time for another 24-hour readathon. We're doing it. That time of the month is here. I do one of these once a month here on my channel. I always try to do at least one of them a month. So if you haven't seen any of my other readathons, you're new to this channel, check out my channel because I have playlists for reading vlogs but also my readathons. And the goal this month is the same pretty much as it is every other month, where we're going to try and read as much of my physical TBR as possible, because I have been away on vacation. I took half of my TBR away with me, and now that we're home I have like another half to read, and these are more of the fantasy books I saved. I took more of the contemporary reads away with me, and we will be mood reading, so if there's anything that I'm not really in the mood for, or I'm feeling like I want to read something else or something specifically, then we'll pick it up. But what is the TBR? I'm so glad you asked, because we have it here. I think we're going to start with these 4. These are what I want to read because these are all on my TBR. So we have Fate, Fortune, Fire by Hazel McBride, Songlight, which I put on my TBR twice, City of Bones, which I put on my TBR twice, and then A Forbidden Alchemy and Arc. So all fantasy books. I also do have Beautiful Venom by Readathon on my Kindle, and when I do these I usually read around 5-ish books. So I would like to read every single one of these plus Beautiful Venom for a little romance read. Maybe swap a book out for another contemporary book or a romance book. I have some books on my physical TBR that I do want to get to on my TBR card here, like Collide, First Time Caller, Team Player, and then I also do here have Terror at the Gates, Shield of Sparrows by Devony Perry. I really want to read, but I think I'm going to keep this one as a potential option for our book club book next month for July. I think this was a top contender when we were talking about book club picks recently. So this is the priority. Now, the #1 book that everyone keeps asking me to read is City of Bones. So guys, we're gonna start with it. It's finally happening and we're doing it together. I didn't want to read it while I was on holiday because I knew you guys would want me to read this with you together and get my thoughts and opinions, so that's what we're going to be starting off the 24 readathon with. And before we jump into that very quickly, I am obviously wearing my merch as I always do in all my videos. This is just to say we are doing one final restock and it is made to order. There will be a little bit of time to wait because they are being made to order instead of pre-made ready to ship, but what this means is that's kind of the only way where we can guarantee that you will get the sizes that you want in the specific pieces that you haven't been able to get, or the sizes that have been selling out the fastest, and also to avoid any waste. So if you want to get a sticker t-shirt in white or pink, or the new 5-star hoodies, or any of like the new Varsity Feral Reader merch, not to be dramatic, a sticker patch sweatshirt, everything will be gone. Like, we won't be selling it from like the 1st of August. You have up until the end of July. So this is me letting you guys know they're going to be gone. You won't be able to buy them ever again. And from this Friday, the 27th of June. That's when the made to order restock will be opening. I can't believe that the collection is coming to an end already. It's flown by. I also can't believe so many of you have ordered pieces and more than one. It's wild, it's crazy. I hope you guys like it. Everyone seems to be loving it as much as I do, which is wonderful. And these are going to be rare. Anyways, I think we're going to just set the timer on my iPad again this time because it worked quite well last time. So let's start reading. Actually, I need to make a coffee first. Let's make a coffee and then let's start reading. Time for a little update. I also got cold, so I've just put on a sweatshirt. One thing about me is I will not iron my clothes. I have a steamer, but I'm not gonna iron my clothes, especially if I'm just at home. So I'm sorry, you'll have to ignore how creased that is. I've just paused the timer. We're an hour and 20 minutes in. I've read part 1 of City of Bones. Guys, I'm having so much fun. Insane amounts of fun. Like, it should be illegal to be having this much fun. I love reading. I'm glad I saved it for this video, and I think this is the perfect one to start the video off. It's YA, and a lot of people always like preface any conversation about this book by saying it's not her best, but I'm enjoying it. Also, it's so funny how fast this is moving compared to Swordcatcher, because that book moves slow. This is fun. It's YA, so it's reading very fast, also quite predictable, but I like it. Like, I think I know exactly what's gonna happen, and some of the plot reveals I've already guessed, but it's so fun. We have less than 100 pages to go, guys. I am having so much fun with this. There are things that are happening in this book that I didn't see coming, and I have gone and ordered all of the rest of the books in this series, and also Infernal Devices. This is just like, if I was like 13 and read this, I think it would have altered my brain chemistry. I think I would have really loved it, and it would have been like my entire personality. And reading it as an adult, like obviously a young adult series that is very 2010 is gonna read different when you're like a 26-year-old in 2025. You know, this is still good. A lot of people, every time I pick this up, say like, give it a chance. Like, if you don't like it, just keep reading. Guys, I love it. Like, I'm really enjoying this. Yeah, I don't know what these last 100 pages are gonna bring, but I'm trying not to look at the exact pages because I don't want to accidentally spoil anything for myself. But plot twists are happening, and just, it's a lot. So we're gonna finish reading it. No. I knew it was coming. Oh, the execution was beautiful. Wow. No. Truly, if you don't laugh, you will cry, but also like, I need to know how many books it takes to like resolve this, because I can't deal with it. Done. What a book, you guys. No wonder so many of you wanted me to read this. This was really fun. I think 4 stars. I think that's what I'm gonna settle on for this. I really enjoyed it. I do just want to go and read the entire series and like the prequel series. I kind of want to go and read all her books now, but I can't because I don't have them. So I have ordered the rest of the series to come so that I can continue to read. But for now, what have we got left on the TBR to pick up? So we have 3 books. I think we're going to go for Songlight because that's the one that I've been putting off the most. So it makes sense to try and like read that and rip the band-aid off essentially. This one is also a bigger book. All these books are like 500 pages. Let's do it. So this is, I think, dystopian. Well, the back of the book was giving dystopian vibes. I'm gonna do this. We're gonna read the book number 2. It started to get quite hot again. I have read part 1 of Songlight so far, and it's very interesting. It's like multi-character chapter point of views, which I wasn't expecting. And it is very dystopian, but also like seaside setting. I think it's been compared to like The Handmaid's Tale in terms of how they view women and societal expectations and roles in this world. So it's very, very different to what we have just been reading, a contrasting read. I'm very intrigued because I have read the back of the book and it's also accurate, but it's also not what I was expecting, if that makes sense. Like the way that it has been executed. I want to keep reading. Also, haven't really figured out what the overall plot of the book is yet. I feel like we're still in the like setting up and world building, and I'm waiting to see like what we're going to be doing in this story. If it's more of like a character study, or if there's going to be like a big fast-paced moving action plot, or if it's going to be, I don't know, maybe something a little bit more nuanced. Though it feels like we're kind of hitting something right on the head here. So I just need to keep reading and see what's happening, but so far I'm interested. I am a little bit slower reading this one because I'm trying to understand how things work. This one, it's scary. Songlight, like their ability to communicate through song, I haven't fully wrapped my head around that, so I'm very intrigued by that. I want to understand it more and see how it works, and I think we're gonna start delving into that a bit more. This just got good. Oh my gosh, I kind of knew that was gonna happen, but yeah, that's so good. There's less than 150 pages of this book to go. I still don't like 100% know where the book is going. The storyline is kind of playing out similarly to like the Sword of Kaigen, if you've read that, where you're following characters during like an event of something happening, rather than just like one main character who has this mission or journey. We have a lot of different characters. Like every other chapter is following a different character, and as the story progresses we're getting more character chapter point of views being introduced. So I am intrigued. I could not try and tell you or predict how the book is going to end, but it is interesting. So I'm gonna read this, and then I think maybe after, now that I'm in like the fantasy mood, I don't want to leave it, so we'll see. But got another 150 pages. Finding it quite slow to read because we have a lot of dialogue, but there's also like a lot going on, like a lot of detail and different parts of the world. We're learning different ways that the politics in this world also work, but then as well like the magic. And 1 second you're with one character in one part of the world, the next you're in a different character with a different part of the world, and things in each place are done differently, but then they overlap and they cross, and it's a lot of information that we're being fed, and I don't want to miss anything. So I'm really taking my time, and I feel like a TV show or a movie of this story would be like super interesting to watch. It's quite dystopian, but it's also mainly set in like a seaside town. Time period, like I said, was giving like The Handmaid's Tale. So it's a really interesting combination. I fear I cannot compare this to anything else. It's a very unique read, and I'm thoroughly entertained. I'm at the edge of my seat though, because we're getting to a point where a lot is happening now. So after each chapter I'm like, oh, I want to find out what's happening in this specific character's chapter, but I have like 4 other characters to read until we come back around to them. So yeah, it's getting really good. I'm finding it hard to put down. Cooper has joined us and brought one of her chew toys. We took a minute to feed her and take her out, and I grabbed myself a bite to eat too. So the timer has been restarted, and we're going to finish the last 150 pages of this. I fear my brain chemistry has actually been altered by this. I don't know what it is. Like, this falls into like a very specific niche fantasy dystopian category for me, and I think it's probably one of my favorites that I've read. This was really, really good. I think this is underrated. I have not really seen or heard anyone talk about this, and I don't really understand why because this was so good. I think I'm gonna give this like a 4-star rating. I really immediately want to go and pick up book 2, and I do have it downloaded on my Kindle. I'm like contemplating what to read now. I think what we're gonna do is I'm gonna like have a shower, get into comfy pajamas, and we'll do some reading in bed for the night. So we'll pick a book once we're there. We'll take a little pause. We have 15.5 hours left on the timer. But this, what a gem. What a gem. Towards the end I was like, okay, I see where we're going. It was so fascinating, and just seeing all of the puzzle pieces slowly come together where you're just like, oh, I know where this is going, and there's nothing that I can do about it other than sit and watch this car crash unfold. You know, like we've had all the introductions and the understanding of the world and these characters, and we're following so many different interesting and varied characters with completely different storylines, backgrounds, biases, and we're seeing everything and we're getting to know them all, and then we see them interact. I feel like I'm gonna think about this one a lot. I believe it's supposed to be a trilogy, the Torch trilogy. Is that right? Oh, I feel like on a high after reading that. That was good. Book number 3. Let's see what we're in the mood for. Okay, so I've decided that I'm just going to continue with the physical TBR. We're going to read A Forbidden Alchemy. Then I will start Beautiful Venom. That's going to be my like next book, I think. Because I really do want to read a sports romance. I don't really want to read it right now. Does that make sense? I think that's the order of the mood that I am in. Does anyone else do that? They're like, I'm in this mood currently, but I know my next mood is going to be that, so that's what I want to read next. Though I could wake up tomorrow morning and decide to read A Fate, Fortune and Fire first. We don't know, we'll see. But I filled up my water. I'm enjoying reading a physical book at the moment. Like I'm not itching to pick up my Kindle today, which is nice. I think because I used my Kindle so much for the last 2 weeks. I love my Kindle so much, but nothing honestly beats a good book, like a good physical book. And I love getting the big arcs or like proof copies of books that are like, they're bigger than a normal paperback and they're super floppy. Sorry, Cooper just decided she wanted to sit on my lap. So we're about to start the timer again and read for the next 3 hours. There we go, let's start this next book. I'm gonna be so real with you guys. I did just sit and doom scroll for like 20 minutes. We're gonna just read, yeah. We have dual point of view in this book, which is very entertaining, and also the chapters are quite short, so we're going back and forth quite quickly, and I'm finding myself very interested, which is always a good start, so hopefully it continues. So it's day 2, we're over halfway. I have less than 200 pages left to read in this book, and I am really into where we're at. I didn't think there would be as much kind of like, not action, but events that are happening. It's interesting. It does have me intrigued. I'm tired today. I already have a coffee, but I'm just gonna sit and finish this book. There are some like things that I need to do today. Like I need to pack to go to London tomorrow, and I need to make food, dinner and stuff. So I might see if we can put on an audiobook for like an hour or so to get through the errands that I need to do once I finish this. So we'll have to have a look at like the book options and see what we can pick up next. But I'm just gonna sit here and read this. And of course, Cooper is just here. Wait, I was not expecting that. Oh wow. Plot twist. Oh, we're coming to the end of this book, and it's gotten so good. That was so intense. I did not think that would be as intense as it was. Oh, it's raining. Do you hear the rain? I could not hear the rain with my headphones on, but this is so good. Everything that happens in this book comes back to politics at the end of the day. So if you like good politics in like a fantasy, a lot to do with the mines and mining and a rich city versus poverty in the outskirts. Yeah, I want book 2 now. This comes out on the 1st of July, I think, the start of July. So definitely would recommend picking it up. There was plot twists that were happening in the middle of the book that I was expecting maybe towards the end of the book. So that shocked me. I was like, I know there are going to be more twists to come, but I couldn't predict them. So really like this, would recommend 4 stars, maybe 4.25 stars. Yeah. Wow. Also, the MMC in this book, I actually think I'm in love with him. Yeah. Like Patrick, I think he's making book boyfriend list. Yeah, all right. What are we gonna listen to or read next? I need something with an audiobook. I need to make some food. And like I said, I need to pack for London. So I might put on an audiobook for an hour or so to kill some of the time, do a little bit of listening for our next read. So I'm gonna scour my audiobook apps and see if anything on my TBR I can listen to, if there's audiobook versions of them out yet, or if not, when we're gonna pick something else maybe to listen to. But my mind is reeling after that. That was just really good. So I got my packing done. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna just take Cooper for a little walk, listen to the chapter that I'm currently in the middle of, maybe one more, and then we're gonna sit and physically read the rest of this thing. I am really enjoying this so far. I always find it harder to connect to an audiobook rather than physically reading. Like physically reading is just way more immersive for me and my brain, and I always prefer to physically read, but I don't mind starting a book while listening to it in audio. I don't know why, I find it helps me like ease into it, and I'm getting excited to physically pick this up now. So far really enjoying it, and I just love anything to do with dragons, so I'm really enjoying that. So at the moment, very fun time. So I finished A Fate Forged in Fire. So that's book number 4 read. I did listen to the last 30 minutes of it so I could have a shower and get comfy, but what an ending for this book. Very interesting reading, like a Scottish fantasy book. The way that this book ended is actually one of my favorite book tropes. Yeah, I guess you'd call it a trope. And I can't say what it is because it will spoil the book. You know, it's a big spoiler, I think. But if you have read this book and you know how it ends, you may be able to work it out, and that's one of my favorite things to read. There's quite a few books that do it and have that trope. I think it's so fun and underrated. So that was really good. I think I am going to give this one 3.75 stars because I did really enjoy it. I think it's a good book and I would recommend it, but there was just like something that's holding me back from giving it a 4 stars. I loved having dragons in it. I did really love it. We have a bisexual, you know, female main character who's full of feminine rage. She is strong and powerful, and the main male character I did like. I just wish that I liked him more because he is a little bit pathetic. Not in like a, oh, he's so pathetic for her way, but I wish he had a bit more of a backbone. And I think that's what's holding me back from rating it over a 4-star read. I loved the kind of forced proximity events that pulled the characters together in this book. I wasn't expecting it. I do wish we got more of some of the other characters, like her family members and things in it, but I definitely will be continuing the series because I need to know what happens next. Are you kidding me? And the dragon stuff in this was good. I almost kind of wish we got a little bit more of that as well. You can never have too many dragon scenes in a book. But now I have my Kindle because we are going to read Beautiful Venom, and then once I've read that, I should be up to date with my physical TBR, which is exciting because that was the whole point of this 24-hour readathon. So we each have just under 4.5 hours left to read, and we're gonna be reading until like midnight. So I'm glad that I ended up saving this Kindle read to the end, because it means that we can get comfy and do some reading in bed. But I don't know if I'll get this book finished. It's over 400 pages, so we're definitely not gonna have enough time to start another book after this. This is definitely our 5th and final book of this readathon, so we're gonna see how many pages we can get through it. I'm a little bit nervous because I love Legacy of Gods. I love it. I've been working my way through the Readaverse. For me, nothing has hit anywhere close to Legacy of Gods yet, but our most recent read, other than this one, I did DNF, so I'm hoping that this one I won't DNF, but it should be fine. I think this is a dark sport romance. Anyways, I'm intrigued. We're gonna start that. So the 24-hour timer has just gone off and I have less than 30 pages left to read of Beautiful Venom. So I actually think I'm just going to read those pages because that won't take me very long. But we're ending the readathon here. We're done. That's another 24 hours of reading done. We read 5 books. This book is just under 500 pages. I swear reading against earlier work was all like 200 pages, 300 pages max. This one is like 500. I'm tired. So I'm going to finish reading this book and then we're going to sleep. But 5 books we read and we completed my TBR for the month, which was awesome. That was the goal. I'm so glad we did that. It was also so nice to like get back into reading with like a proper reading vlog and a 24-hour readathon. Great way to start the reading vlogs back up post my vacation, you know. I have lots of fun, exciting vlogs, lots of reading vlogs to come, and some fun themed reading challenges coming up. So if you made it all the way to the end of this video, I'd love if you commented a rose emoji below. And if you're watching this video and you're watching all the way to the end and you haven't subscribed yet, I would love if you subscribed and joined us here. We have more readathons coming once a month, as well as lots of fun reading vlogs. Okay, I'm gonna finish this book so I can go to sleep, but I'll see you guys in the next video. Bye.